Hello everyone! Welcome to my first ever photoshopping process video where I'm going to be showing you the gist of how I manipulate my images, particularly this one. A lot of you actually reached out saying that you wanted to see this part of the action, so here it is! And hopefully if it goes well, I'll be sharing a lot more of these with you guys. So I started off with bringing this image into Lightroom and just color correcting it, then eventually changing up the tree colors a bit because I wanted it to have more of a whimsical feel. Then I brought it into Photoshop and layered 3 different images from the same collection because I wanted to create this huge skirt. As she's jumping in the image, I just wanted it to look very full and very magical, you know? So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just cleaning up each skirt one by one with the layer mask tool. It's the easiest tool in the world. It honestly saves me from so much damage. Because I always want to make sure that if I do mess up in any way, I can just go back and use the eraser or the brush tool to fix it up. So yeah, as you can see, I took that part of the skirt and liquefied it. I just wanted it to have a little bit more flow and wanted to match the whole floating look that I was going for. Some part of the skirt's material was see-through and it just didn't make sense of where the placement was, so I went over with the clone tool and fixed it up a little. So the reason why I duplicated that part of the skirt was because I wanted to hide the stool as much as possible so I can easily clone it out eventually. And since I'm a perfectionist, I had to just clean up all the footprints in the snow to make it look seamless. And then I realized that I needed to add a bit of a shadow underneath her skirt to make it look realistic. I tried the burn tool and then I tried the ellipse tool. I stuck with the burn because it just looked a lot more authentic. Over here I'm actually just trying to see if her hand in front of her skirt looks better, but I decided it didn't. As you can see, it's literally just trial and error. I'm just learning along the way as I'm doing it, figuring out what I like and what I don't. And here comes one of my favorite parts where I get to play with Bella Kotex's actions for Photoshop. All of you need to go check out her work. It is literally amazing, and you'll definitely see what I'm influenced by. And my favorite action by her is called Once Upon a Time. I use it for everything. So then I realized the whole outfit kind of looks a little bit dull once I add the action on top, so I went to replace color and made the blues stand out so much more than they were before. And I render in lighting effects because I wanted to create a spotlight on her in a sense, where the sun is kind of just coming in only on her, or mostly on her. So for the lighting effect to look realistic, I needed to make the left side look darker, so I filtered on top a dark blue under soft light and opacity 50. So then I start fixing the shadows on the trees as well as the skirt itself to make it, you know, again, look realistic. Oh, and then I realized that I missed this whole patch of see-through skirt, so I fixed that up real quick. I'm just going in with the burn tool again, and then making it brighter from where the light's supposed to come in. And over here I just realized that the sky itself didn't blend in as well, so I went in with the highlight burn tool and fixed that up a bit. And then I start liquefying again to create more volume in the skirt and also just fix up the outfit a bit because it was kind of loose on her, so I did that. And then I brought in some pigeons, but I wasn't going to touch that yet. I wanted to fix her up first. So I realized her eyes weren't pointing in the direction I wanted them to, so I literally photoshopped them to look in a different direction. Also wanted more of an edgy look for her, so I fixed up the chin and put a brighter lip color on her. And here I am trying to play with the pigeons. And then I realized it does not work. I'm gonna stick to my butterfly theme that I always do. This part was so tedious too because I literally was just like, how do I want this to look and how do I want it to flow? So I played around for like a good hour, I would say, just moving them, seeing what I like. And then I started fixing up the shadows of each butterfly individually, just to, again, match the whole lighting look. I clearly wasn't done adding more butterflies. Never enough butterflies. Again, it's just all trial and error. You never really know what you like and what you don't, so I just keep playing until I like it. And then once again I go in and just fix up the shadows on the butterflies to make them perfect. Another one of my favorite parts, yay! So I'm dragging in images of snow. It's a snow pack made by Renee Robyn. She's a fellow photographer as well. You should definitely go check out her work as well, she's amazing. And then I'm just adjusting the snow to my liking, erasing the parts I don't like that would go on her face. Since I'm often inspired by my old work and I always want to recreate it in new and better ways, I brought in my old image and dragged out the whimsical little sparkles I created and put it into this image. I'm just playing with how I want it to wrap around her skirt in different methods. The first try didn't work out, and liquefying didn't work out for me either. So I transformed and wrapped it into the shape I wanted it to be. And then I thought that the white was really harsh and I just wanted a softer look to it. I wanted her to stand out far most, so I just lowered the opacity and used the layer mask to my advantage with the brush and the eraser tool. And then I added some sparkles to complete the whole effect. Honestly, at this point it started reminding me a lot of Cinderella, of like the whole like bibbidi bobbidi boo, and where her dress just transforms as she turns and like a swarm of sparkles surround her. I'm high-key inspired by Disney completely. All my work just has something related to that somehow. So for the next part I realized I didn't want the swoosh to look white. I wanted it to have a yellowy tint to it because it just contrasted the blue so well. And then to sharpen up the original image, I put a high-pass filter on it, as soft light. And then I just layered on more snow and continued to fix that up. I realized that the yellowy feel overall wasn't going well for the whole image. It was just looking good on top of the sparkles itself. So I went and fixed that, and I left some of the yellow peeking in through the spotlight. And I just did some final touches where I made the left side a little bit more darker again and spotlight a little bit more shinier. And voila! Here is the final product. I hope you guys enjoyed my video and aren't too annoyed with my voice, because I totally am. Let me know so I can make more of these. You can comment below or you can message me on Instagram, either or. And if you want to check out the rest of my work, it's on my Facebook page or on my Instagram, and the links are below for that. Thank you for watching again, and if you truly like my work, give me a like, subscribe, follow, comment, anything, you know, everything works.